Hi guys. So I am here once again to talk about my favorite subject, Ddlg. Um, I've had a couple people come to me with concerns. I've also had a couple people come to me on different sites with, questions about it. So I'm pretty sure that 90% of you guys have some sort of kink. Many of them come with their own misconceptions and biases. Um, a DDLG relationship is no, there's no exception. Um, if anything, a DDLG relationship faces, more scrutiny than other sexual desires or interests. Um, if you do search on Twitter with the keyword DDLG, you'll find a tweet like this. It says, "I know, but it's like feet are weird but generally harmless. Daddy Dom, little girl just seems borderline abusive to me, to be honest." You'll find people who are like, "Oh, DDLG is so gross. Why do people like to sexualize things meant for children?" Um, believe it or not, DDLG is no more obscure than anything else you would bring to the bedroom. In fact, it's unlike a lot of kinks in that its core is not just about sexual pleasure. If you open your mind, you'll see this kink you'll see a DDLG relationship through a whole new lens. DDLG and how it works is a DDLG relationship is there's a caregiver, which is a dom role, and a childlike one, which is a sub role. The dom provides the same kind of attention and care as a parent role, but it doesn't feel like incest. That is the thing that most people have come to me and was like, and we're like, oh, well, it's incest, blah, blah, blah. No, it is not. Um, there are very few variations of DDLG. Not all DDLG relationships involve sexual activities, or romance. One partner plays the role of the dominant figure, while the other one plays a more submissive, childlike role in the relationship. Um, the dominant figure can be any gender or age. Like, there could be a female that likes to be called daddy or mister or sir. There could be a male who likes, ma'am, mistress, something like that. A DDLG relationship only works with communication and having the right toy to accompany you with it. DDLG is not for anyone under 18. I don't scrutinize against anybody who is a minor. That's for them to do it. I do not like I have my feelings towards minors in the DDLG community, but each to their own. I'm not saying it's right. I know that in one of my older videos someone was like, "Well, I don't agree with minors." I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's not right. Um DDLG is not an excuse to discriminate against age, gender, sexuality, or race. Of course, it should be 18 plus. It is definitely not the same as calling your boyfriend daddy. It's definitely not um a way for you to be lazy while your dom takes care of you. DDLG is a form of BDSM, which is it's sort of a form of BDSM. DDLG is a acronym that there can be other variations such as mommy dom little boy, daddy dom little boy, mommy dom little girl, mommy dom little boy, or daddy dom little boy. Oh yeah, we did that all. Daddy dom little girl, my bad. It's a kink that carries heavy stigma due to our lifestyle being portrayed as unethical, illegal in some media, you know. Um DDLG stands for Daddy Dom Little Girl. It is a new dimension to an existing dom-sub relationship. Variations exist to suit all forms, such as mommy dom little girl or daddy dom little boy, etc. They, but a lot of websites and stuff like that, and just the baseline for the lifestyle is used daddy dom little girl as a base form for, you know, for guides on, the internet. Most who are new to the concept would probably would I'm not even gonna say probably would most likely deem it off-putting or even gross. I have met a couple people who, send me things on my Chatango account with little memes that are very off-putting and very offensive for me being a little. Um, However, what most people know about Daddy Dom Little Girl is it's surface level information. In reality, it means different things to different people. Generally, you could view it as more of a gentle version of dom and sub dynamic. Um, However, most people what most people know about Daddy Dom Little Girl is all surface level information. Oh, I already read that. My bad. Sorry, I'm going based off of my notes. Um, Generally, you could. Oh, I already read that too. My bad. Um, Despite how you decide to define it, a healthy balance of trust, respect, and consent most definitely should exist. If these three things aren't present in any relationship, it's not gonna work. There are definitely rules and guidelines for the relationship. Um, the best part about it is you make the rules. Since the relationship is you and your partner deciding how it works, it's quite easy. Getting used to it is a bit more difficult. Like if it's the little that wants to start it, it's a bit more of a difficult situation, and it needs time to the both parties need time to get used to it. Um, However, communication is of utmost importance because it's normal for our desires and dislikes to alternate or to alter over time. When you want to try something new or tweak or new or tweak an existing part of playtime, tell your partner. Um, on the other hand, when something makes you uncomfortable or just plain bored, you need to tell your partner that too. Just because you've been participating, or you've had particular playtime preferences for a while, doesn't mean that it's something you'll enjoy forever. Our sexual appetites are as versatile as our food appetites. Like night you might be craving Mexican so bad you can't stand it. Then not even think about it for a month or two. Maybe you never did Indian food, but then somebody made it just right for you, and now you can't get enough. You might have special clothes or intricate DDLG outfits that you are wear all the time, or you might keep it simple and just have a pacifier or special toy. It's up to you. I have my bottles and I have my pacifiers and my stuffies. I do not wear diapers. Um, but sex and kinks work the same way. Also, don't hesitate to ask any questions. I would love to bridge the gap to what may become a new area of your Kinkster lifestyle. So leave me comments, saw anything, I don't care. Remember, different strokes for different folks. Communicate well with your partner before starting any sort of relationship or adding any new dynamic to your current one. It's important to keep in mind that healthy communication requires as much listening as it does vocalizing, whatever. Here's where it comes in for like me. Age play. It is a giant, giant, giant misconception of DLG, as it thought to border the realm of pedophilia and incest, but it's not true at all. Any responsible kinkster understands that playtime in the bedroom is always between two consenting adults. Sometimes those two consenting adults enjoy a form of role play called age play, which is what I do. When this happens, a sub usually role plays as a younger or a childlike persona, while the dom plays an older role, an authoritative role almost. Some littles have a specific age they like to regress to during their playtime. However, age play is not required in a DDLG relationship. There are plenty of DDLG relationships in which the persona of each person don't have an exact age. It's all about personal preference. Family and friends. If you're wondering about what your family and friends might think of your kink, um, guess what? It's absolutely no one's business but your own. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. However, if it does come up in conversations and you would like to explain DDLG, here are some simple points. There are simple points to touch on. It is a dimension of your relationship. One person plays caregiver or dom, and the other one is childlike sub. Both or all parties are consenting and can slow or stop the activity at any time. They might not understand, however, as long as they know that you are safe and are all consensual, they can accept that much. Um, what else is there? One of the big things that I've had to touch on quite a bit is, as previous is it all about sex? As I previously mentioned, DDLG relationships are not only about sex. It is merely an addition to enhance your relationship, to enhance the relationship between dom and sub. It is no different than role-playing teacher, student, doctor, patient, or owner and animal. Some might consider it a lifestyle, but most do it in private or casually once a week. For me, I do not sexualize littles or little space, which is why I have my strictly sub um area, my role as a sub and my role as a little. My sub role is where the sexual stuff would happen, and my little is where I regress. It does not have to do anything to do with sex. I have been going like this for about 5 years now, and I have never had sex or had anything done to me or done anything while in little space that is sexual or sexually related. Is a 24/7 DLG relationship possible? Now, all of these questions are from people who have, commented on my Instagram, commented on my YouTube video, texted me on my Chatango asking about it. I am a very open person when it comes to my DDLG lifestyle. So all of these are questions that have been asked, just so you know. Is a 24/7 DDLG relationship possible? Unless you are a trust fund baby, probably not. Since DDLG relationships require constant care and attention, it may be difficult to do everyday errands and have everyday responsibilities. Unfortunately, as adults, we can't live in a fantasy land 24/7 when there are bills to be paid. What you could do is you could schedule a time period for your kinks to ensure both partners in the relationship get what they need. Do you have to like girly or baby things? Nah, definitely not. There is a matter of preference. If you happen to like baby type things, more power to you. Ask your dom nicely to buy you that, or you could ask your dom to buy you that shiny new pacifier or fluffy stuffed bear. If you're really good, they might say yes. If you don't like baby type things, don't worry about it. Every little has their own things that they like to do during their little time. Playing with toys, sucking on pacifiers, coloring are not required. It's all about what you want as the little. Do you have to be older to be a mommy or daddy? Not at all. That is the magic of the lifestyle. The only boundaries are the ones that you and your partner set. All that matters is that you are consenting adults having fun. If you happen to be younger than your partner, that doesn't bar you from the mommy or daddy rule. Even if your partner is half your age, you can still be a little. Can we have other kinks? Oh, definitely, definitely, definitely. Mix it up, experiment. It's amazing. Your DDLG relationship is just a new dynamic to your sub-dom life. Whether you keep it separate from your other kinks, it is totally up to you, which is what I do. I keep it separate. One night One night you might just role play. Next weekend you could be puppy play as a game to play with your little, or use spankings or whips as punishment. If your little enjoys tickling, you could use that as a reward or a game. Your choices are vast and nearly infinite. With so many options, the only limits are the ones that you decide to set. The only thing else that matters is that anyone involved feels good and has fun. If you have Like I said, if you have any comments, any questions, feel free to comment them down below. I will answer them in a further video. Does DDLG work full time? It depends on your relationship. If you are a trust fund baby, feel free, or if you are a trust fund baby, don't get offended over trust fund baby, by the way. It is just what I feel a full-time DDLG relationship is, so don't get offended. But if you are, like, in other words, a trust fund baby, feel free to explore a 24/7 DDLG relationship. If not, make some time every weekend to make some time for every week to get your freak on. Work, friends, and the life will definitely get in your way. Or work, friends, and life will definitely get in your way, but that isn't the point. Um, you need to make the best of the situation, and relationships included. If you're new to a daddy dom or little girl relationship, um, if you and your partner are into age play, daddy dom, little girl, might be the upgrade you're looking for. Well, we generally refer to the DDLG relationship as DDLG. There are other variations: mommy dom little boy, daddy dom little girl, mommy dom little girl. Um, there's daddy dom little boy. I don't know if I said that. Depending on you and your partner, select the best fit. The key idea is that there is an adult dominant and a childlike sub. A little note about that, about littles. A little girl and a little boy in this type of relationship means an adult that acts like a child. It isn't a reference to pedophilia or a support of pedophilia. DDLG relationship, I cannot express that enough. DDLG relationships include two consenting adults who made the decision to be in this relationship. The basics pretty much are, you and your partner need to be 100% comfortable with each other. Communication is the key. It is the key, especially in a DDLG relationship. It is the number one rule. Being perfectly comfortable with someone also means that you trust them. If you're not into something, you need to trust that they'll understand. If you both should trust the other one with respecting the arranged upon boundaries and communicating any concerns. Your relationship will quickly fall apart if you do not trust and the communication isn't established. Establishing boundaries, that's a big one. When beginning, use a negotiation checklist to figure out what's okay and what isn't. Typically the little will complete it, but if your dom wants to help, let him or her. It'll make things so much easier. You should already know each other very well before you even talk about this relationship, furthering the relationship like this. This will get more It'll get more intimate details and establish boundaries for play, punishment, and bedroom antics. The daddy dom or mommy dom. As the dominant, it is your responsibility to keep your little safe and happy. If they're not safe and happy, you're not going to be safe. Well, you'll be safe, but you won't be happy. This could include anything from comforting her after she's had him or her after they've had a bad day, or surprising him or her with gifts, playing with your little, and encouraging her spontaneity, or encouraging her to be spontaneous. I can't say that word. Um, Sorry. At the beginning, you're both going to move a bit slow, letting your roles emerge. You need to be supportive of any action that lets him or her little personality shine. As a little girl or little boy, if you're in touch with your inner child and ready to let him or her loose, you might want to snuggle with a stuffed animal or play a game with your dom. Let your role emerge slowly, please, and do not put too much pressure on yourself. Listen to your dom. You're in this together. So, moving forward, DLG relationships shouldn't encompass your entire life. You have to go to work and hang out with friends. You also want your own time. As you become more comfortable with your roles and boundaries, you'll fall into a routine. A DDLG should allow you to continue with your life. The DDLG aspect is established by you, whether it's for a few hours, a week, or an hour a day. Whatever works for you, for whatever works best for you two is what works best for you two. Remember to evaluate your boundaries regularly. This will keep the relationship fresh and trusting. Be sure to add something new to your relationship once in a while. Outside of DDLG, remember to spend time together as adults. Like any relationship, you will grow together. This is only one aspect of your life, and you share it with the person you trust most. Make sure you're enjoying each other outside of DDLG play. A mommy dom little girl relationship works the same as a DDLG relationship or MDLB or DDLB relationship. The only difference is that the two genders in the difference in the genders. The relationship works with two parties communicating well with each other's needs. It is the same as mommy dom little boy or daddy dom little boy. Caregiver relationships. The relationship is a relationship where one partner plays the caregiver or daddy, and the other one is childlike. This is not a relationship between an actual father or mother and a minor. We pretty much is the same thing as, daddy dom little girl, CGLG, which is caregiver little girl. Or it could be CGL, caregiver little, or CGLB, caregiver little boy. It is the same thing. Caregiver is just another word for dom, for daddy dom, mommy dom. This is a big one. DDLG sex, is there any difference? The thing about relationships is no one couple has experience compared to the next couple. Being in a DDLG relationship will, of course, give you, DDLG sex. There isn't a guide to this, or any guide to have sex. It's all about preference, or preferences, and communication. Maybe you just like different positions, or in different places, or have different kinks. You get the idea. Go out there and explore. Maybe you'll find something you enjoy more compared to being in your comfort zone. If you don't want to be a dom or you don't want to be a little, but you support it, this is how you can contribute to the DDLG community. The thing about the community is nobody talks about it much. It's a hard topic to write about or make videos about without being judged. It is an even harder time It's an even harder topic when you're in the lifestyle. You get judged left and right. It is, especially with the association of it being unethical or illegal, it will weigh down on your personal lives. The best thing to do, stay informed with it. Don't talk down on it. Because who knows? Your best friend could be a little or dumb. Your neighbor could be a little or dumb. You never know. The best thing is if, stay informed with it. If somebody has a question about it, talk to them about it. Show them a video. Go look up something to show them, something like that. If you have any other questions, I will put my Instagram in below. So don't be afraid to message me. Message me, ask questions. I don't bite. And I'll be honest with you, if you have any questions about the lifestyle or thinking about getting into the lifestyle, feel free to message me or comment. Simple as that. I will be back soon with another video. Bye.